morning, traders. It is June 12th. It's a Wednesday. The time is 6:32 a.m. just after cash open. Welcome to my trading journal. This is my accountability tool. Keeps me accountable to myself, and now that I post it online to others out there, whoever's watching, hopefully other traders that are fairly new like myself, that are just trying to learn. What you're looking at is the daytradr Jigsaw daytradr platform. Got that backwards, but it is a product created by Jigsaw. These are price ladders, order books, depth of market, whatever you want to call them. No charts here, no indicators. This is all trading just on order flow. It's really the only way to go, in my opinion. I've done pretty much all of it over the years, and this is the only place that I've really found sustained success. And again, still a work in progress, or a work in process like everybody else out there. Just had cash open, like I said, only 3 minutes in, so we have a little bit of time to kind of review, do our morning routine. These are futures products. I don't want to skip over that part. Over here on the left is the Ultra Bond. This is the ZB, which is the 30-year. Right here in the middle is the ZF, which is the 5-year. This is the 10-year right here. That is the ZN, symbol ZN. And then all the way over here on the right is the ES, which is the E-mini S&P. I just recently, I haven't put out a couple of videos over the last couple of days because I just recently switched brokerage. And so I spent the last couple of days trying to figuring out how to, number one, get my funds transferred over. It's supposed to happen in a day, and it took several days. There was some sort of issue on their end. But so I had a chance to play around with the demo. It's pretty much the same. There's some little idiosyncrasies that I'll have to get used to, I think. But for the most part, it's the same. One of them is I can't figure out, and I haven't looked into it too much, but I can't figure out how to have this reset at the open, at cash open. So we're still looking at the overnight market here. And I like to have it reset because I like to see when it's making new lows and new highs in the regular session, in regular trading hours, and not necessarily extended hours. So that's something I'll have to work on outside of this video. But so, like, what's on tap for today? Let's kind of look at what happened overnight. Opened around here, just sort of went sideways. This is a delayed chart. I think it's a few minutes delayed. But we popped up here, came back down a little bit, popped up again, came back down to support. I tried to get it to pop up again, just went sideways with the news coming, and then we had the inflation news come out. Spiked up, came right back to where we were, and now it's just starting to slump and sell down. The 30-year basically looks exactly the same. It's just sort of popped up through and then traded, sold down all the way through this range ever since. And this is the data I was talking about, the CPI. Let's see, I think it came out as expected. Yeah, we're looking at 1.9, came out at 1.8. I mean, people are going to dig into that data a little bit and see what they can pull out of it, but the inflation rate is pretty much as expected. Everything else looks more or less good. As far as data, we had mortgage applications came out, pretty much same as previous, maybe a little bit lower. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Rid of this nonsense. The one thing we do have coming out later today is the 10-year auction. Let me pull that up one more time. Right here. That's at 10 a.m. my time. That's the big dog. So that will definitely cause a disruption in the market today if you're trading the 10-year or any of these products, to be frank. Wherever you are, it'll blow all your technicals to shit, and you want to be out of the market when that's happening. Just FYI, put that on your calendar, big bright letters screaming at you. Put a bunch of sticky notes on your monitor, whatever you have to do. But you definitely want to be out of the market at that time. Typically we can expect the 10-year to trade kind of muted. Even the 5-year, the bonds might move a little bit more leading up to that auction. But you're definitely probably going to not see a ton of action. Or shouldn't expect a ton of action in the 10-year leading up to it. So it's, what, 3.5 hours from now. Could be kind of a boring day. So areas of interest. Well, we have the overnight high, which we blew through that on data. They tried to hold it. It looks like I wasn't here for it, so I don't know. But it looks like they started to develop a shelf and then couldn't hold it, and it blew through. They started to develop a shelf here. This is from this action right in here, 28. So that's old. We're trading right in this range right here now. So I don't expect, this isn't a fresh shelf, so I shouldn't expect that to hold anything. I think that's older volume there. So really we're just trading inside the range right now. Those of you that watch my videos don't really like to engage in the middle of the range, so really it's just the overnight low. If we get down to there might be some opportunities. Or just the current high, I guess. I don't know if the pit high would be even qualify as anything. Most likely trade in the 30-year today, just because I think it's going to move a little bit more. Probably be the only source of action today. So I guess first day back to live trading in several days, and put a couple trades in on the demo, and it felt really great, to be honest, just because I mean, if you traded on a demo, you just don't give a shit what happens, really. So not that I would trade any different than I do in live money, but it's just that you're just not so attached to the outcome as much. So it was kind of refreshing, to be honest. And so I'm going to try to translate that over into live trading, see if there's a way to do that. It's just that feeling, the psychology of the whole thing. So we'll see if that's even possible or if that happens. With that said, we'll go ahead and pause the video. If something comes up, then we will I'll take a look at it. So it looked like the ZN was making a double top here, so I decided to jump in, cut my lot size in half, just because we're so far from where I'm wrong. Basically just kind of came up, and it looked like sellers it was responsive selling. They just stepped up, so I decided to jump in. Also kind of corresponded with the ES coming down to this 78 level, kind of catching a bid and starting to bid back up. Just see what kind of the narrative is as either the ES keeps going or if it drops back in and they start to bid this thing back up and push it up through my entry and making new highs on the day. I like the way that one fell in on 23, and then the offer just pumped right up, so that's good. So this is the initial push down. So this might go for a couple ticks, pop back up, and then actually get like a second chance selling opportunity, and this thing would sell right back down. So that's sort of what I'm playing it as right now. I don't mind taking 1 or 2 ticks on this little move, and then if it goes back up, selling it back down again, because that's when everybody would jump in, I would think. That's sort of how I'm going to play this one. Hopefully we don't even get to that spot. Hopefully it just continues to sell down. I don't mind taking this off. If it gets back up to 2 or 1/2, sell it back down again. Hopefully if it gets back up to 2, it can have a little bit bigger lot size. And you know, kind of leverage this move a little bit more. Push back up to the highs of the day again in the ZN, and a little bit of selling. Kind of need a confluence of things here. Need the ES to start pushing back up to the highs, start bounce off this level again. If it breaks that level and starts making new lows, then I think we're hosed. It's just after 8 o'clock, as you can see here. So Europe should be closing up shop. They could be adjusting positions right now. They look like that fell in pretty quickly, which is pretty cool. Oh, we need to fix what's going on over here. There we go. Got that. Just gonna see where this last move went down. It hasn't really moved much at all, to be honest. It's just, which is to be expected with the auction coming up. It's about 2 hours away, but still, mornings are pretty slow. It's more just like a scalping environment prior to the auction. But yeah, we haven't really traded outside of this little 4-tick range here in the last hour or so. Let's just see if we can get this, take advantage of this little back and forth that's happening here. Just pull out a couple ticks. Still got some selling at this level. I like that. Just need people to pile on here. Oh, come on. Might be best just to wait till after the auction. Just play small ball here for a while. Five years still at the lows of this little move. Should get this fill here with only 700 on the bid. So we're half off. Excuse me. Half off on our risk. Again, you got to consider the context. It's just sort of small ball environment until the auction happens. Then we probably get some decent movement, a little bit of pent up energy. So I'm happy taking off a couple ticks here and there. So we're out of that little move. Couple bucks, ain't much, but it's something. If it gets back up here to 2 again, 2 even, I'd sell it back down. I think we're just going to kind of sit in a little range here, barring any tweets or anything like that. I think we just sit in a range for the next couple hours, or barring this ES breaking new lows. Anything else like that. So just pause the video again. So it's about 5 minutes till 11 a.m. my time. It's been keeping an eye on what's going on over here, and it's basically just been trading in from 30 half up to 2 pretty much all day for the last several hours, even during the auction, which is kind of unusual. I tried to catch this to sell it back down at 2, but I couldn't catch it. It lingered up here for maybe 30 seconds. I was looking for some sort of confirmation, and then sellers just slammed it down, and it like dropped in very quickly, and I wasn't willing to pay up for it. So long story short, today's done. Just real quick on that previous trade, the previous sell at 20, I thought it was just going to only give me a couple ticks. That sucker sold all the way down to the low, which was 30 half. Really sucks I didn't stay with that trade. And again, that's what I get for thinking I know what's going to happen instead of just watching and letting things play out, because that could have been a pretty good run. So that's it. I'm throwing in the towel. See you guys tomorrow.